So my wife has this space here that she doesn't like how it looks, and she wants it to look like this. So today I'm gonna be building this. I really don't know what the name of it is. I keep calling it shelves, but I guess it could be storage shelves or bookshelves, or I mean, you can use it for a bunch of things. So here I try to explain the measurements, but the audio was horrible. But in any case, there's 4 shelves, 7 inches apart each. It's 32 inches wide and open on top, as you see there. At the base is 12 inches wide, and at the top is 6 inches wide and open at the top, like I said. But I keep talking, so let's get to cutting. So before doing the actual measurements on the plywood, I cut the edge because it had been dinged up while transporting. I then transferred the dimensions to the plywood, and with the setup block, I took the measurements for the backer board and also with a piece of plywood cut off for the nailer piece on the back. And then I went straight to cutting it. Giovanni was helpful to help me here so that the piece wouldn't drop and get dinged up, and you can see his happy face. Oh, he's so cute. And then I continue with my chop saw to cut the bottom and the top piece to length. Once I have both sides cut out, I just set them up to see how it would look, and this is kind of the way it's gonna look. And now it's time to cut the dados for the sides and the bottom piece. This is just a test piece before I do it on the actual piece, as you see here. And I'm actually not gonna use dados. I'm just gonna do several passes until I reach the desired width. I'll test it with the setup block to make sure it's good. And I'll just do it in several passes. You could also do it with a dado, but I'm just doing 2 sides and the bottom, so it's not really necessary. And for the backer piece, I'm gonna be using 1/4 inch ply. Once I'm done doing the dados, I'm gonna cut the shelves, but you don't need to see that, it's only shelves. So here's what it looks like, and that's all you get for today. So after cutting all the pieces, I measured to mark exactly where each piece is gonna be, then sanded over every single piece to break a little bit the edges and remove all the chip out, because believe it or not, there's a lot of chip out on when you cut plywood. I have all the pieces cut. Now tomorrow is gonna be assembly time. And while I work my hiney off, Christopher's over there just chilling, watching the dogs, doing nothing. Good for you, Christopher. Anyway, before sanding everything down, I went crazy and rounded everything over. I'm gonna be raising the shelves about 2.5 inches off the ground, so it's not completely on the ground. And all I did was just pin nail this piece together, a little bit of glue, and then I'm gonna attach it with screws to the piece. In this situation, pocket holes work great because they're inside, they're gonna be at the bottom, you'll never be able to see them. And those pinholes, I'm gonna just fill them up with filler, and you'll never see them. There is actually one hole that it was the first pocket hole that I did when I started drilling the holes, and I did it on the outside. So you will be able to see that. I'm not even gonna fill it up. I'm just gonna leave it there to remind me what a dum-dum I am. But it's for my house, so it's okay. And now I'm ready to put this thing together. I'm gonna be using a couple of pieces of scrap plywood to make sure the separation between each shelf is exactly 7 inches, which is what the boss requested. My wife, of course. And man, now that I'm editing this video, I think I'm gonna start exercising a little more. I mean, look at that gut. Look at that. I'm even embarrassed to see myself right now. Man. A little bit of glue and a couple of brad nails is gonna hold these pieces in place. The backer board is gonna hold everything together along with the bottom piece. Not my bottom piece, the bottom piece of, you know what I mean. And also I'm gonna put a nailer piece at the top and at the bottom to make sure this shelf doesn't wiggle around or move from side to side. So everything's gonna be really solid. Just wait till the end. Just wait. And here you can see my mess up. There it is, the pocket hole that I did on the outside. Anyway, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue to tack the bottom piece to the top, and I'm gonna be using some of the same screws that I use for the pocket holes. This is gonna hold it in place, and when the glue dries, it's gonna be even more sturdy. And the screws are actually from the bottom to the top, as you can see from here, so nobody can see them. Once I did that to both sides, voila! Here's a little reveal of what it's looking like, and now it's time for the back. Oh, also, my daughter showed me this measuring trick. You take this measurement, transfer it to your piece, and it's so exact, man, to the millisecond. Again, I'm using 1/4-inch ply for the backer board. With the track saw, I cut the longest piece, and then I'm gonna cut the rest with the table saw. But it's turning out good. Thanks, Giovanni, for your help. When installing the backer board, I just put a little dab of glue on the top on both sides. And what this does, as the plywood slides down, it will drag it along, and you only need a little bit to lock it, because I'm still gonna put some brad nails from the back, and with the nailer piece that's gonna be on top and the bottom, that's gonna give it even more strength. I made the backer piece 3 inches wide, and however long the piece of shelf is. But I'm just gonna put a bunch of clamps on there, and later I'm just gonna round over everything so that it's nice and smooth. And if you don't believe me that I was gonna round everything over, here it is. I'm not lying, I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I even did some hand sanding so that people know it's handmade, you know? Yeah. Anyways, we're almost to the end, and here is almost the finished result. You can actually leave it at this. You don't have to do anything else. If you don't want to, you can just spray a clear coat. But me, I'm gonna be using Rubio Monocoat Cotton White to seal it up, mainly because it's gonna be in a daycare, and kids are ruthless. They'll probably step and jump on it as if it was their own house. Who are you kids? Here's a little nap of me applying the Cotton White Ruby Monocoat before I show you the finished product. And guys, if you're still watching at this point of the video, I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe and leave me in the comments if you see that I could become a better woodworker in any way. I would greatly appreciate it. And here I leave you with the final product. I hope you guys liked it. Please like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and until next time, take care.